But what I want to do, I want to help them make money. I want to help these poor, broke people make money. Business owners, entrepreneurs, stop thinking that your audience is broke and they can't afford what you want to charge people for your services or your solutions. It's depressing to think that you've created this solution to this problem that you believe people have. You have an audience of people, and in the back of your mind, you're consistently thinking that what you're offering isn't worth people separating with money for. When you think that way, over time, you're gonna start to build this relationship with not just money, but your perception of the solutions that you're providing. It's really important to start to look at your audience, not just as like an audience of people who are like looking at you and saying, oh, like content. Look at your audience as those who you want them to become. So like, let's say with me, right? If I look at my audience and I'm like, oh my God, these are a bunch of broke people and they can't do this and they can't do that and they're so poor. But what I want to do, I want to help them make money. I want to help these poor, broke people make money. If I think like that, then what's going to happen is I'm going to subconsciously start to inject that thought into how I price my offerings and how I present my offerings. But now let's say I, instead of looking at my audience that way, I look at my audience as, oh my gosh, look at all of these people with high potential. Look at all of these people that have the resources to do something great. I mean, they got the gas in the car. All they got to do is know where to drive it. Now, when I present who they can become and what they can do with whatever solution I'm offering, that's a very different conversation. If I'm looking at somebody and I'm thinking that they're broke, I'm gonna be so shy to present them with like, hey, it's gonna be $2,000 for us to work together on creating A, B, and C. In my head, I've lost already. And you know what? In my head, I've lost already, and I'm already projecting that loss on you. But now, again, very different. If we have a couple conversations and I'm like, yo, there's actually a lot of potential in what you're thinking about doing. There are some tweaks that I think we gotta overcome, but we can do this. Let's kick this off. The investment's only $2,000. I could split that up in a couple different ways, but here's what is gonna happen after we're done working together. This is what you should look forward to after we're done working together. Like, if you can project that level of excitement and opportunity onto people, they're gonna be excited to say, hey, like, what am I doing with this money anyways? I'll tell you this, over the years, like, I've been subject to negotiating myself down and, counting myself out. I've been guilty of saying, oh, let me give you a big discount. I know it's gonna be a lot of work for me, but let me give you a big discount. And I give a big discount. And sometimes, like, we'll link up and, like, let's say like we'll have a meeting at Starbucks or something. They'll pull up in their brand new Lexus truck. They'll pull up in their brand 2025 Infinity truck. And I'm just like, well, that's cool. That's cool. And the reason why I think that's cool, is because it shows that, and it validates that people, they have what they need to get the things they want. Some of them may not do it in the right order, and that's okay. That's not on me, that's on them. So sometimes people hit me up, they want to generate more revenue because they've overspent, because they've put themselves in debt. So I get it. But again, you have to realize that if people aren't excited about what's on the other side of consuming something from you, then they're not going to do it. You know how exciting it is to buy a new car? Do you know how exciting it is to get into a car and there's this smell. There's the smell of the new car. There's this feeling. The handling of the car is different. You start to look around. There's so much you want to play with the electronics. You start to realize, man, like this definitely handles better or differently than my last car. And you start to get excited. You know that if you separate with something, the best you're gonna get is what you're experiencing now. And you went to that dealership for a reason. So buying things, it should be an exciting experience. That's why people buy it. For you, sometimes, depending on what you're selling, sometimes that experience might not be exciting for them. So the key is to create an exciting experience. Apple products, like I have a Samsung, but I mean I also have an iPhone. I have an iPhone. This isn't the latest iPhone. This is like the one just before the latest iPhone, but I have an iPhone as well. These phones suck. Okay? I'm telling you now. I don't open this and say, oh my God, this is such an innovative device. This phone sucks. But you know what? The experience when you walk into an Apple store, the experience when you first start that phone, the experience when you get an update and an upgrade, that experience makes people buy. The experience. You got to get good at these experiences, man. So as an entrepreneur, big, I guess the takeaway from this is do your best to improve that experience and to change that perception of your audience. Stop thinking of them having issues with buying from you. Stop thinking that they're scared to buy. They're not scared to buy. They just need you to craft a good experience for them so that they can get excited about the solutions that you're offering.